don't know. We're going to wash away the sins of week 1. It sucked. We'll talk about it. We're going to cleanse our bodies of the disaster that was week 1. We're going to preview week 2. Comedian Michael Turner coming on the show. Guy is hilarious. I don't know what you just did, but it looked kind of weird, but we're just going to roll with it, baby. That's showbiz. Coming up next on Big Play Cincy. What the hell?
It's showtime, baby. Yeah, the boys are ready to go. Cincinnati, you know. Them boys about to floor, grab a garage beer, let's go. It's Drew and Bango. Yeah, Big Play Cincy show. Yeah, Big Play Cincy show. Yeah.
What is up, Cincinnati, the tri-state area, the millions and millions of other people around the world watching the Big Play Cincy show tonight, Thursday, 7 o'clock, our new time, baby. We don't want to compete with, okay, let's go for it. We don't want to compete with Thursday night football, but Big Play Cincy show brought to you by the ever so crisp, the ever so clean. I'm double fisting. Garage beer, baby. I got 2 garage beer limes. You got 1 garage beer lime. You got the gold head?
Gold top. Yeah, gold top because we deserve it.
Garage beer available most places. At the Kroger. Get them at the Kroger with no
S. People say we're sellouts.
Yeah. How we doing tonight, Drew?
Doing a little bit better. Sunday sucked. We went to the game together.
Yeah, we did.
Had really good seats for the game,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very, very fun. Leading up to the game, being back in the tailgate lots, talking to people, shaking hands, high fives, shout out Bengal Jim, letting us get up on the stage and actually gave us functioning microphones, which is always just a risky move. He kind of gave us
you didn't say anything, you didn't cuss or say anything horrible. It was a win all around.
No. He gave me hey, there's some kids out there. I was like, all right. Yeah. So got to meet Jack, dude. Came to the game from Canada. All right. Pretty cool. Shout out Bengal Jack. He came from Canada, first Bengals game ever. It was awesome. That's him
on the stage.
Yeah, that is him on the stage. He got to get up on the stage. Shout out to the always loyal K Breezy in the chat, the always loyal Wedge Gordon in the chat. We got the whole gang here tonight. Jack Katz. I don't know who Jack Katz is. He's in Canada too. Did he maybe switch to his other account? Maybe is that Bengals Jack who was maybe logged into other account?
Two Jacks, same name. Who knows?
Shout out John. John was here. This comment was at 6:38 p.m. He was ready to go.
That's great.
Love that from
great.
John. So we love to have all of you guys here.
Yeah.
So it was a blast, dude. It was a blast until the game started, and then the game started and the Patriots controlled the clock. They controlled the flow of the game. They controlled everything from gun to gun. And then the Bengals lost 16-10, obviously. And it stunk.
Yeah. Really
stunk.
Really gross score. 16-10. Smash like button. Nick.
Listen to Nick.
Love it.
Listen to Nick.
Smash the like button.
Smart guy. Big
Nick on
brain
YouTube
Nick.
as well. A lot of people on YouTube in the comments. Most of the comment sections on YouTube. That's good. I like that. Build the YouTube, folks. Obviously, our numbers and our crew and everybody's on Twitter, but get to the YouTube. Show us some love there. Love it. Yeah, dude, the tailgate, showing up when we showed up, I got there. You had a couple beers in your hand. You were ready to go. Immediately, I was handed a beer in lot 1 at the help me out, please. I'm brain farting. The tailgate.
Project Game Day.
Yeah, Project Game Day.
Project Game Day. Cooler full of garage beer.
Cooler full of it. Yeah. Bourbon was out there. Bengals bourbon. A lot of good guys out there. It was awesome. The tailgates were great. You really felt the vibe back in Cincinnati in the atmosphere. And then the game started. It wasn't immediate, but it was pretty evident pretty soon. Oh, crap. This might be a long day.
Yeah. So I got down there a little after 7:30 and walked up to Longworth Hall. Shout out to the Who Day boys.
Oh, my God.
These dudes are fucking wild.
They're
dude.
nuts.
They're wild human beings.
Yes.
Very welcoming crew. Love to hang out with them. And yeah, a little bit after 7:30, maybe 7:45, 16-ounce garage beer in my face. Let's go. I'm like, all right,
Smash.
We're back. We're back. So hung out with those guys for a while. Man, Blake is a nut. It was a lot of fun to get back down there, and then stop over to Lot 1, hung out with the guys at the Project Game Day event. They got to get a guest to a game for the first time, and that's what they built their project on. They just got the paperwork to be an official 501.xyz, some shit I don't understand.
501c.
But it's an official nonprofit.
That's big. That's not easy to get. Good. Congrats to them. That's huge, man. That means they can legitimately. Yeah, it's huge. That's hard to get. It means they can legitimately take donations and give to organizations, and do it in the right way. I know Jim does that. So a lot of these tailgates that collect money for charity get this 501c stuff, and it's great, dude. It's hard to get.
Yeah. So Bengals bourbon there. I don't know if he wants people to know his real name or not, so we'll call him that. Cincy James was there. Chop was there. Chop. Shout out Chop.
That dude rocks.
Chop. Look, hand up, Chop. I messed up.
Uh-oh.
Chop found out on Twitter that I am a hospital sock aficionado. I like to go. Unfortunately, I've spent a lot of times in hospitals lately, and every time that I go, I like to rifle through the drawers and steal the socks. They're comfortable. They're nice to wear around the house.
It's like a gnome or a troll just digging.
Yeah.
Finding socks.
So Chop pulls up to the tailgate with like 3 pair of hospital socks, and he was like, "Yo, these are for you, dude." And I'm like, "Cool." And I put them in James's truck because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to carry these the rest of the day. I'm gonna put them in James's truck and I'm gonna come back. Completely forgot. So there are hospital socks in James's truck. James, keep your hands off of them. I want them back week 3.
That's good.
But dude, it's just so much fun, man, to be back there. All the energy, people are hyped up. Everybody's wearing orange. We're under the highway, drinking beers. We're walking over to gyms, and there's just a sea of people there. Dude, too many.
It was electric.
Some may say
it was electric.
I like to, dude. I just pull up and I scan the little donation code. I donate some money, and then we just drink beer and eat food the whole time.
The Cincinnati
so
tailgate scene is amazing. It really is. You've got like Lot 1. There's the game day guys. You've got Bomb Squad over there making all kinds of noise, doing shots. Gyms. I don't know the names of all of the tailgates. So like if I don't name a tailgate and we clip this and show it later, sorry. Everybody out there that has a tailgate does an awesome job. All kinds of food. Everybody's friendly. It's just such a great atmosphere.
We just walk up like we belong to all of them.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's the thing.
Didn't contribute at all. But that's the thing. They welcome that.
Yes,
absolutely.
100%. No matter what. If you got a tailgate and when we show up, we are going to talk about it here for good or bad. So you just be prepared for that. But do you want to talk about the game? Who did? We did?
Deuce said we had a great.
Oh, on Jim's stage, maybe?
Yeah, when we talked to the crowd pregame at Jim's, yeah. My dad, we got a text from Dad. He's going to get me some more hospital stocks. Hey, Dad, we're going to chill in hospitals. We talked about this. We're just going to stay out. We're going to stay out for a while.
Stay home. We'll Amazon you some socks. Let's keep it.
Yeah, we're going to stay out. We'll figure it out. We don't got to go back right now.
No. All right. So we've talked about the fun, the atmosphere, the electricity in the air. It was a great temperature. I was in my stupid pants. I'm sure you guys saw it. Drew had some killer shorts on. And then we make the walk to the stadium. We go in. We have wonderful, wonderful seats thanks to a friend. I'm not going to name them. I don't know if they want their name thrown out there, but somebody got us some good seats at the right price, and we're very, very appreciative of it. So shout out. Thank you very much to you and your wife. We appreciate it. And then we go into the stadium and kickoff. You want to talk football now? What do you?
Hey, shout out Dan Hurley, back-to-back national champ UConn basketball coach.
Yeah,
getting the crowd hyped up. Does the rule of the jungle thing.
It was
ended
good.
up following me on Twitter, which was like, wow, that's kind of wild. Don't know what I said because I upset a lot of people on the old Twitter app Sunday after the game.
Yeah.
People think I have a direct line to the organization. I was told that I am paid by the Bengals to say nice things on Twitter. And that's kind of weird, right? Because people are like, the Bengals don't care about their fans. They don't pay anybody. And then they're like, they're paying their fans to be nice. Hey, wait.
Yeah. I wish they paid me. No, they don't though, guys. We are you with a microphone. That's it.
So we get in there, the crowd's going nuts. Welcome to the Jungle Plays. We all go ape shit. Burrow comes out, standing ovation, crowd goes nuts, and we're like, dude, we're back. Like, we're about to put 30 on this team. Like, it's easily going to happen.
Yep.
And then it just, from there, it was just, okay. And people started getting mad at me, like, at the first quarter. Yeah, and this is a good comment from my wife. She remembers back in the day when I was getting hated on for being too negative. So you can't win with people on the fucking internet.
No,
but so it just kind of dies, right? It's like I tweet out, like, everybody take a breath. It's the first quarter of the first game. And then people are like, oh, you haven't been watching the last 5 years. And, and then, like, the end of the second quarter, they're like victory lapping me. Like, these motherfuckers want the Bengals to be bad so they can say their tweets were right or something.
I hate it. I remember in 1995 when they were bad. You don't know the half of it. Shut up.
Yeah. So it's like,
shut up.
So I told everybody, like, hey, don't freak out after the first quarter. And like, you haven't watched this team. You don't know what's going on. The organization's folding. The front office doesn't give a shit. I'm like, all right, dude, everybody relax. Yeah. And then they victory lapped me the whole game. Like, oh, it's still the first quarter. I'm like, no, dude, I'm fucking worried. All right. Like, this isn't good. We can't tackle. We can't stop the run. We can't push the ball downfield. I'm concerned. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Oh, not fun. Yeah, not fun.
So we can get into a little bit more of the game breakdown earlier or later, but since we actually have been talking about the pregame, it's a good time to bring in our guest who was hitting the pavement hard on Sunday. Dude is hilarious. He doesn't have the ability to turn off being hilarious. I found out when I met him in person. I'm like, yo, I've seen you on the internet. He's like, oh yeah, I know you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, this guy's just funny all the time. He doesn't know how to not be funny. So welcome into the program, comedian Michael Turner.
Maybe.
Is he coming in? Oh.
Am I in?
I'm not a pro. I didn't hit the fucking button.
Dude, first of all, I apologize for the lighting. I'm in it. Your boy's in an Airbnb. I got a family wedding this weekend. So we got the sun coming in. But thank you, dude. Hooday to you and yours.
Hell yeah, you too, man. Yeah.
Is this not endorsed? You guys aren't endorsing Modelo, but that's fine.
Competing beer.
It's all right.
That's fine. I think as long as you're drinking, we're all good.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You're good to go.
0-1. When it's 0-1, it doesn't matter what you're drinking, brother.
Exactly.
You'd be drinking paint.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, Mike. So you're walking around. You were doing your thing Sunday. The vibes were pretty high, you think? I mean, at the tailgate, everybody was pretty confident.
Vibes were immaculate. I had to come last year. I did the same thing, and it was the Baltimore week 2 after we had done what we did in Cleveland. And you know what? The vibes were still pretty fucking awesome last year. But like this year, there was the optimism, and it was almost blind optimism, which is always when you should, as a Bengals fan, be weary. When we're a little too confident, we always get reminded that we are the Bengals and they will never make anything easy for us. But the vibes were great because Cincinnati fans, we know what we're doing. Because like, even if we catch that L, dude, we're gonna get hammered drunk, get some knockback Nats wings in. We're gonna text some girlfriends we haven't talked to since senior year, and hey, well that's good. That's what the ring weighs you down, so you can't pick the phone up even, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna deal with it the way we've always dealt with it, and we're gonna be all right. So it was fun.
Absolutely. 100%.
The mic'd up series, man, is so good. I posted the video. I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before when it came out. Our ugly faces got in it to make it less attractive. And I remember like talking into your mic. I'm like, yo, can I cuss on here? I was like, oh wait, this is Mike Turner. I'm good.
Fuck, shit, cock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty much what I did. I think
you're hired. Hey, let's go.
No, dude, you had a nice rant. And I remember just being like, dude, I hope they win just based on that rant. Because if we don't win, that's the funny. So the funny thing about it, as you guys see the post edit, but you are also there for the pregame vibes, is when we don't win, it changes how you edit, because you can't really have the whole city flexing on a L to the Patriots, right? So that sucks, but it's still like, it is what it is. That whole day was tough. I gotta my girl has been with me now. I've been dating her for 2 years, and this is the first time where she was like, "So that's what happens after a Bengals loss?" And I guess I didn't call her after like 2 p.m. West Coast time. She's in LA, and she was like, "I thought you were dead," and I was like, "No, I'm fine. This is just how we deal with stuff."
You might as well have been. We were all dead inside. So, like, it just is what it is at that point. It is. So, we win hard and we lose even harder as a fan base, like 100%.
Yes.
Like
100%. And when I always say it, I stand behind this. When we win as a fan base, a lot of people say there's a bunch of downtrodden fan bases that they're going to win. I don't know a fan base that will appreciate it more than us in sports, because the Red Sox already did theirs. The Cubs already did theirs. And I don't think our losing streak is as detrimental as what they did. Obviously, that's a different sport too. But like our fan base, when we win, the appreciation will be as high as any fan base can be in the world. And I can't wait for that day. And I still think it's this year, very possibly. But you know what I'm saying? You know, we got to keep.
You coming to the parade? You coming to the parade when it happens? I'm gonna be on the bridge smoking crack.
I actually might not make it to the break because I'll be in the hospital. Yeah, from getting blackout drunk. Seating and also, dude, I probably won't make it to the break because I'll be traveling the world based on every year my money line Super Bowl win bet is going to hit pretty big. You know what I mean?
True. Very true. Very true. 100%. You'd be right. You'd be in Dubai smoking a cigar, not giving a shit about us at the parade.
I'll block you guys on every social media platform and be living a better life. Honestly, I can't wait.
Oh my God.
I couldn't imagine anything better. Yeah. So the Mic'd Up series are you following the team again this year? Because I know you did last year. You followed them around and you dropped really, really great. You know, it's good to clip up for Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff, but it's a great long form YouTube watch too. So are you doing that again this year?
Yeah. So we'll be at almost every road game except this weekend. I have to be, my cousin's getting married. We got to put family first sometimes, right? So I'm not
flag
going
on the play. Getting
First
married during
football season wedding.
Getting married during football season.
100%. There's a lot to bring up. And she's marrying this other guy that clearly doesn't get it, but he's going to hear from me. I got some things to say at the rehearsal dinner. That's all I'm saying. But first of all, I've been to the last 2 Kansas City games, and it might be me at this point. It might be my fault. So I was in the end zone watching that kick through in the. I don't even want to bring it up. You guys remember, but also Kansas City, those fans, those videos are the lamest because they're arrogant and they have things to be arrogant about, and they're like, and you can't even talk shit. You're like, well, you guys kind of suck against Joe Burrow. They're like, we got 3 Super Bowls, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah, they don't care. Drew said it best when we were talking about, are they going to announce Jamar Chase's contract at halftime of that opener? Like, people are like, oh, they're going to do it to get at the Chiefs. Jamar's contract, so it takes away airtime. They don't give a shit. They're unveiling a Super Bowl flag. They don't care, man. People just need to realize that. Let's go beat them on the field, and then we can run our mouths.
100%. But to answer the initial question, I am going to all the road games besides Kansas City. So I'll be in Charlotte coming up. There's a lot of cool ones this year. New York City, LA, like a better schedule than last year for me being a stand-up comic as well. So I'll go to these cities that have a little bit bigger markets. Jacksonville kind of sucked, if you could imagine. But
that place stinks.
But this season will be fun. So I'm doing that, but I'm also spicing up a little bit on any games that they're home and I saw something cool. I've never been to Buffalo. I'm going to go to Buffalo. They're playing the Niners. I haven't done the Broncos. I'm going to go Broncos Raiders. I haven't done, what's the other one I'm going to? Oh, I'm in Philly for the Thursday night football, Philadelphia versus the Commanders. Like,
that'll be electric.
So I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm spicing it up a little bit this year to get a little bit more broaden it, but Bengals through and through on the road every time they're on the road.
Have you ever been called a rich man's Farva?
I have been, not a rich man's Farva, just Farva, a poor man's Farva.
We got a comment, rich man's Farva.
I get Farva, I get Danny McBride, I get Marky Mark if he never understood how to work his abs out.
Danny McBride's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Dude, some
Kenny
of the
Powers?
highest compliment you could get. I get my boy. I'm buddies with this guy, but people always compare me to Shane a little bit. I have probably the same sensibilities as Shane Gillis in the comedy way.
Love Shane.
And then Fat Damon used to get that.
Okay.
Fat
Damon.
And that one hurts. That one hurts.
Yeah. Shane.
I get body shamed every day on the internet, so it's all right. There's Chiefs fans that want me dead.
Dude, it's tough putting yourself out there like this, but I commend all of us. I think it's fun, and at the end of the day, I always break it down mentally. I'm like, yo, I'm a Bengals fan. Why not be if you are utilizing social media, be yourself to the extent in which you are proud to be yourself. And I am proud to be from Cincinnati. I'm proud to be a Bengals fan, Reds fan, Bearcats fan. I went to Arizona State. I'm proud to be a Sundowns fan. It don't even make sense. You know what I mean? But I know how to drink in public. Yeah. You know, shout out to Garage.
They do that down there.
Give me some Garage beers. But
I got you.
But like, you know what I mean? But be that, and don't be ashamed of that. And then the comments are going to come. But man, fuck these people, because those lame ass Chiefs fans that want to kill you probably weren't even Chiefs fans when Alex Smith was messing them up in the first round of the divisional playoff series. You know what I mean? Like these aren't the real ones. We got a backbone. They can't bring up stuff that we don't remember. I remember when we injured Trent Green, and I'm a big enough man to apologize for that. My bad. I didn't know Frosty Rucker could do that. You know what I'm saying? But like,
none of us did.
None of us did. I didn't know he had it in him. But like, you know, we go way back. So I know when people hate, dude, it's usually the people that have the weakest backbone. They got the thinnest, you know, measurements of being a fan. So my first job was Montgomery Inn. My second job was Skyline. All right.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, what we talking about?
Exactly.
OG Montgomery Inn too.
That's Ted and Matula Montgomery Inn back in the day, man.
Hey, shout out to Tommy and Ted.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the biggest thing I say. I get messages all the time. I'm just a dude on the internet, man. People like, hey, how do you create content? I'm like, dude, I turn my phone on, hit the button, and talk. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Because guess what? The internet's not a real place. Who cares? You know?
Yeah. I mean, it is real. I mean, tell Shannon Sharp that was pretty real. But there's a direct counter argument. The internet's a pretty real place. but the haters in the comments are not real. Yeah. And also, you know what's funny is actually the internet is real. You know who's not real is the individuals that utilize the internet.
Sure.
The most fake people you'll ever see. Because if you saw them in person, they wouldn't say anything. They'd be like, yo, I follow you. I do this. I do that. I love this stuff.
They would.
But in the comment section, they're faking the funk because they don't know how to use the internet in a real way. They're using it in the fake way. So,
yeah.
I say that every time we go to a game. I said that to him last week. I'm like, dude, it's always dope. Like, people know me. They want to take pictures with me, talk to me. I'm always going to do that. But I'm like, who's the first person that's just going to fucking sucker punch me? Like, 'cause I piss a lot of people off too. So like, who's going to be the one to just who's going to have it to just throw that right? And then I'm going to have to see if I still got it.
Whoever it is, you just hope they got the selfie stick on and you get that as content, because that'll pop, bud.
Yeah,
that'll pop. I'm gonna share that. I'll tell you that right
now. Hey, if I get slept, I want everybody to share it.
Dude,
when it happens.
Fun fact about getting slept on. So game 1 last year was the Baltimore game, and we had that dude. Remember that dude got headbutted?
Yeah. That was we saw that,
dude. So you saw it. I didn't see it. And later in the day, I go back to the tailgate that we started. There's some homies I grew up with in Lot D. It's a good one. You ever see them? They're bumping the best hip hop. It's right under the bridge. Okay. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
Either way. So we go back, and I'm like, yo, the homie looked like he just got waxed. Like, this dude's got a fat lip and stuff. I'm like, what happened to the dude over there? And my buddy's like, dude, I guess he got in a fight with some guy, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward like 30 minutes later, I'm checking in on Twitter and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that was the guy. I saw the guy after the game that got hit like that. Beautiful.
He walked right by us. We were at that game too. We went and bought a jersey and gave it to a kid at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
And we were walking back, and this dude's just getting drug out by the cops, like kind of bleeding from his forehead, got the overalls on. I'm like,
oh my God.
This offense will do that to you early in the season,
dude,
buddy. Like,
big West Side energy right there. Big West Side energy.
Hell yeah. I love that you're natty through and through. It makes it so nice. Yeah. That was crazy.
It is. Yeah. It is important to be natty through. Well, I say this. I was just at Go Bananas last weekend, and I was joking about it because it's nice to be in Cincinnati doing stand-up. Obviously, you guys, I appreciate you guys plugging the mic up. And at the end of the day, I'm a stand-up comic too. I'm doing a tour with all the games. I'll be at the tailgate doing YouTube stuff, and then I'll be doing stand-up the night before in each city I'm in. And so I went to Go Bananas for the weekend, and I'll be back in October. You guys got to pull up. Actually, I'll be with for the Eagles game. I'll be with 2 Philly fans that are comedians as well. They were on the Tires show. If you guys watched it on Netflix, Chris O'Connor and Tommy Pope
watched.
So they'll be there. Come through to that. That'll be fun. But what I was saying on stage was I was like, it's so funny, like not being from Cincinnati anymore. I live in LA. I've lived in Phoenix before, but I was born and raised in Cincinnati. And people are always like, yo, why are you like? Are you a Bengals fan? Why are you a Bengals fan? Are you from Cincinnati? And I'm like, yeah, that's the only reason to be a Bengals fan. Like, you don't like just choose this life, dog. You don't like, it's like I'm not just from like Bakersfield, California, and like, dude, I just like stripes on helmets, dog.
Yeah,
it's like
we're good. We're pretty solid at football now, but like nobody chooses to wake up and just kicked in the nuts every Sunday.
You do not choose this life. It's called masochism, and there's therapy for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
facts. Yeah, it was 3rd and 7 with Andy Dalton for long enough. All right, I get it.
100%, dude. And I rode the whole time. Every year, I was like, dude, I don't know. He's almost MVP 2015. You know,
breaks that thumb.
If he doesn't break that thumb, dude, it's
my
crazy.
God.
So where are you at when you come to Cincinnati? Where's your show at? Is it Saturday night?
So yeah, I just did Go Bananas, but then when I come back, it'll be Saturday night. I got 2 shows at the. It's a newer club called Commonwealth. It's actually in Northern Kentucky. Okay. If you're familiar, I didn't even know this was a place. It's called Dayton, Kentucky. I think it's next
I'm
to
in Dayton, Ohio. We're in Dayton, Ohio.
You're in Dayton. There you go. So it's the exact opposite of that.
Probably. No, you don't want it to be the same.
It's the same, but you can just smoke heaters indoors still. But
hell yeah.
But it'll be a Commonwealth Sanctuary in Northern Kentucky, there across the river. And I heard it's a really great new club. And so yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah,
my wife's in the chat. Start working on a babysitter. We gotta go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've done Go Bananas. I've been there. That's nice. But yeah, we'll pull through, man. 100%. We'll be there to support you. That's good stuff. Yeah, love seeing somebody from the area succeeding. It's very awesome.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah. We and dude, it's me, Gary Owen, and Stankaboody, dude. We gotta
Okay.
That's it.
So it's the crew. Okay.
I don't know. I'm kidding. Yeah. I don't know those guys. I opened
we couldn't afford OG Stank. I tried. We couldn't afford it.
I opened for Gary Owen one time. I pulled up to the green room, and he didn't book me. The club booked me. And I pulled up to the green room, and Gary Owen's like, "Oh, you're the opener?" And he's like, "You're the wrong color." And I was like, "Damn, bro, I didn't know you were that black." Yeah, but we gotta stick together, dog.
Yeah, but holy shit, man. So you've obviously been a Bengals fan your whole life. You said Reds, Bearcats. You said you went to ASU. That's cool. But what is Bearcats and Reds? They're all in the city? Like, have you gone to FC games? Like, what is your fandom, man?
I haven't done FC at all because I haven't lived there through the whole process of you guys of them getting the team and stuff. I think it's awesome. I love that my homies are like telling me like, "Yo, we're hitting this soccer game tonight. It's down here. We're gonna get hammered drunk at this bar next door and go." It's like that sounds really cool. So I love that, but that's something that I'm missing on. But also like, I don't have the bandwidth for soccer. I just don't.
Yeah.
I can't add that. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody was trying to tell me that I got to dive back into the House of Dragons. I'm like, dude, I'm looking at my life. I'm like, I don't think I got the bandwidth for dragons either. Like, what do we
or emotional capacity, to be honest? Because holy shit, season 7, what a way to end it.
100%. But yeah, that was horrible.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Exactly, and you're a better man for it. I want you to.
Yeah.
I could ruin your life by explaining the Red Wedding to you, but you should watch it and just do it yourself.
My God.
No, but so either way, but my fandom. So born and raised. But my favorite thing. My father's actually from LA, and my mother's from Brooklyn. She was born in Brooklyn. My dad was born in LA, and they met in Chicago, and then life happens, and they ended up in Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
And my dad actually was a salesman for WLWT, and and then after that JTM. So my father was not like he was like Rams, he would say was his team, and my mom was like Jets, Mets, but it's like they didn't care. And so in Cincinnati, the best thing my dad did was he was like, yo, this is where you're from. These are your teams and this is your city. And he didn't, you know what I'm saying? How like most Steelers fans aren't even from there. It's just their dad that had an abusive relationship with his father, and to escape it, he fell in love with Terry Bradshaw. It's like, all right, that's not how fanhood works. Yeah. You should also just call your dad. But just hug him. But so that was his perspective on it. He also had this job at WLWT. So my earliest memories are like Riverfront Stadium, like the Barry Larkin team, the Hal Morris, like Chris Sable, all that stuff. So we would go to those games a lot, and I was kind of plush. Like my dad was like plugged in. We were in like box seats and stuff. I didn't know that these people were that cool. My dad has some of the coolest pictures ever with like Pete Rose, Johnny Bench, all that stuff. And then he gets a job at JTM after that. And he was the guy that started the marketing campaign. If you remember, excuse me, I'm over here burping. I'm 37, so you guys are probably around my age a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a little bit younger, but yeah.
But either way, so there was a large JTM campaign with Chris Collinsworth, and he was a big spokesman.
Oh yeah.
So my dad would travel the area with Chris Collinsworth. They shared like hotel rooms. Chris Collinsworth has smelled my father's farts for sure, and like I know that, and that's exciting to me. So, but I knew like if I see Chris Collinsworth ever, I can just tell him like, yo, I'm Jim Turner's dad, or Jim Turner's my father, and he would, and we'd be good. And it is crazy. But so that exposure early on, I didn't even think about it. Mm-hmm. And then the flex on top of all that, the best thing was, and then his next job was at Fox 19.
Oh, nice.
And Fox 19 had the Bearcats games. Yep. And this was like 1995. I think he started there in 94, 95. And so somebody at some point at the Bearcats was like, yo, we need somebody actually to help with the TV broadcast to hold if you've ever seen like it's like an old school way to do the sound, the shotgun mic with like a rounded out thing, and you just point it at where the ball is to get the sound. Yeah. Somebody had to sit at the half court and do that. And my dad was like, he heard half court seats to the number one team in the nation. Yeah. So my dad did that, and he would then parlay that into us getting tickets. So we were sitting like courtside for like, I'm talking like Danny Fortson, like not Damon Flint, but right after Damon Flint, Nick Van Exel was like, Danny Fortson, D'Antonio Winfield, and then it was Kenya Martin and those number one teams, Kenny Satterfield, Pete Michael, like all that. Like those are core memories for me. Those are
good names. Yeah, you're right in there. That's awesome. That's my alma mater. I went there. I met my wife there. I've had season tickets to the Bearcats forever. Like that's right up my alley. That's cool to hear, man. Yeah,
it was great. Yeah, I remember going to Rick Minter coached games, dude, and really kind of being like, dude, David Garrard's kind of a dog, but I think we got him this Saturday. You know what I mean? It's like like ECU's a big rivalry. You know, the Pirates are coming to town, but So I was really fortunate to have a lot of great memories with that, and it was great. Yeah, I was a ball boy I also have the worst memories, right? I have I was a ball boy for the 1996 crosstown shootout when Lenny Brown hit a floater in the middle of the lane to upset a number one and highly favored UC Bearcats team. Yep. And I was underneath the basket when it happened. And
So there's pictures of you out there like
dude, as a 9-year-old or 10-year-old, and it was my birthday, bro. It was my birthday.
Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal.
It's awesome that
that is being a Cincinnati fan.
Yeah,
what I just described is being a Cincinnati fan. Like when I told you I went to Kansas City, I was in the end zone when I saw the kick come through. What was it? Butker, I guess it would have been, kicked the field goal to beat us at the end of regulation 2 AFC championships ago. I was there for that. You know, I've also seen dope things. I've seen Homer Bailey throw 2 no-hitters. You know, I guess I was only there for 1, but I was blackout drunk, so that counts as 2.
Yeah. You were there and
you saw 2 Homer Baileys.
Yeah. I saw it too. Yeah, I saw it. I was seeing double vision. I poured a whole beer on a family of 4, but what are you gonna do? You know,
they probably deserved it, but you know, it is what it is. I love hearing that, dude. That's really cool. So you're obviously hitting the tailgates, going to the games. Let's dive into a little bit of football talk before we give you your evening back here. Obviously a disappointing game Sunday. It sucked. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That fucking sucked. Like that's a game you win. You're supposed to win. I'm sure you share that sentiment. What are your thoughts going into Sunday against Kansas City here?
I mean, I am probably the prototypical Bengals fan where you do try to, or actually I guess not, because there's so many negative ones. I am definitely more of the what are the things that we can work on moving forward, and how bad was it? How bad was
this guy's on the payroll?
Yeah, I mean, dude, how bad was it to me is like, yo, if Gesicki doesn't drop that and Tanner Hudson doesn't get a little flashy going in,
you're right,
which sucked because he definitely had a first down already.
Yep.
But
right in our end zone.
If that doesn't happen, if Geno's locking in that interception, like you're talking about 3 plays that really swung the entire game in a 1-possession game against a team with a new coach that clearly had more to play than we thought going into it. We also had no receivers. We had half of a primary receiver, and we had no T. Higgins. I think we were exposed to how Yoshi and Chucky Jones, all these guys, like they're not ready for this yet. Mm-hmm. But I guess going into week 2, I'm sitting here like, yeah, we got Kansas City in Arrowhead. In my mind, mentally, it's 0-2. I also know that 17-game seasons, 0-2 isn't the same as what it used to be. Those stats I don't think mean what they used to at all. Do I want to start 0-2? No. Do I know that the guys in that locker room have started slow before and picked it up? Yeah. Do I hate that we have to have this conversation again and that's the justification? I vehemently hate that. Yeah. But am I ready to have it? You better believe it. I've been having it for 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, right. It's like I'm ready to have the conversation. But yeah, Joey gets better as the year goes on. Zach Taylor doesn't remember what football is in the offseason. He clears out. He checks it off. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't remember.
He's raising his kids.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's a family man. My bad. But like it's wildly infuriating, but I know that this coaching staff has proven that they get better as the season goes on. Mm-hmm. I know that the NFL season is very weird, and to have a loss on your record to a bottom 4 team is not a weird thing in the NFL. The NFL is very sporadic like that. So it's tough, but I hate the fact that we got to go to Arrowhead, but I also know that this is the most easy game if you are a man in that locker room to lock in. And focus in after that. So
that's actually a point I was about to make, because we have all the Jamar Chase drama, the contract, that they negotiated up to Sunday morning, didn't happen. People are like, he's not giving full effort. I mean, he was still the best receiver on the field, but if there's anything clouding his mind about that, what a way to lock in than to go play Kansas City. You could see it in his interview in the locker room today. He was just kind of back. He was more himself. He was talking a little bit more himself. He's like, hey, I've learned not to do the shit talk. I'm 4 years in. I'll talk it during the game. That dude fucking hates the Chiefs. All right.
Yeah. So he's already done the shit talk. They don't forget about the shit talk.
Yeah. This is the perfect game to lock him back in and make him be Jamar Chase again. And seeing some of that from him in the locker room today, I'm like, all right. Better days are ahead.
And the defense, I think the simplest fix is just tackle better and get after the quarterback. But it's it's simple fixes, but it's also big things to fix, right? There are simple things to fix, but you're sitting there like, if we can't fix this though, this shit ain't gonna look pretty. But I didn't mind. I thought CTB looked good. I didn't hate the DB going into the game. I thought our weakness is running offense, running defense, and we got exposed on both fronts. But I don't think overall that the DBs played horribly. I don't think overall that I don't know. The O-line looked like, I don't know what the hell PFF. I don't know what those numbers mean, but they look neat.
That was the third best passing offensive lineman game that Burrow's had in his career.
Also, side note, how about you guys go to a lot of games. I go to obviously a ton of games. I will say there is nothing worse to perceive a football game than to be there live. You're like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I got to watch it back the next day.
Yeah. It's also cool to get hammered with the boys, but you're like, dude, I didn't know that happened in the third quarter or whatever. You're like, what?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You catch like 30% of the game, I'd say, like actually, and it's just like everybody's yelling. I'm gonna yell. Oh shit, they scored. I'm gonna yell. Like you're just having a good time. Yeah. We go back and watch it, but
half the game is you dealing with somebody behind you telling you to sit down. And it's like, yo, this is a big down, bro. You shut up. You shut up.
Dude, last year I sat in the
front. Shut up. Like,
last year I sat in the front row in the end zone for the Vikings game with my wife, and we're standing up. I'm beating on the wall and shit, getting all hyped up. And this guy behind is like, "Can you sit down so we can see?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, you should have sat about 50 rows up."
Yeah.
Not down here. We're in the end zone.
I've been to all these road games now. The worst stadium of that and the most POS fans that is not going to shock anybody is Pittsburgh. I literally watched them try to remove like these people traveled from it was a Hushmanzada jersey, so he's a real one. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he their front row at a big game. If you remember how big that game was when we got blown out, like it was a big game and we were loud till halftime and it wasn't pretty, but like they literally had to try to get these whole like 8-person party removed because they were standing up.
They sit
in the front row on like the 30-yard line. I'm sitting there like, yo,
it's so weird. I've been there and that whole stadium sits. It just makes no sense. I don't think I maybe sit like when we get scored on and like, cry internally for 30 seconds. But like other than that, I'm up and I'm spilling beer and kicking over the kids' ice cream next to me because I'm so excited. Like it's just, I could not imagine sitting through a football game. Like this ain't the theater, man. These guys are out there on the gridiron. This is a battlefield. Get up and support them. I can't do it unless you're not able-bodied,
Overall, I will say decent city. I always hated on all the AFC North cities, but then you go visit, you're like, we're all actually the same exact city.
Yeah, exactly.
Baltimore just has an ocean. Otherwise, it's bodies of water next to a pretty grimy city with a bunch of women that look like they just recently won a bar fight. Yeah. And they can all bowl a turkey and blow you at the end of the night. It's like special women. But it's like the same city, but like the fan experience. The Browns were fine. Actually, they were kind of harmless. Baltimore I was at a bar with a Chase jersey. They didn't even want to serve me for like 40 minutes, like straight up.
Really?
And then that was a great. Baltimore is actually, as you can imagine, is pretty rough because they're good and it's already a gritty city. Yeah, Pittsburgh's kind of whack, but
they all got to sit down because they put fries on their sandwiches. They're out of fucking breath.
That sandwich is not. It doesn't hit that hard. It is good, and I would have it again, but you know what I mean? I'm not like, come on. Yeah. R.I.P. Mac Miller, but like that sandwich is, whatever.
Yeah. Nothing beats cheese conies after 16 beers and a Bengals loss. I'm sorry.
Dude,
just can't. You can't top.
It's different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like putting French fries on a sandwich is not like, yo, this is crazy. But what the Greeks decided to do by watering down chili and elevating it with all that fluffy cheddar, that's art. Like, you don't see that anywhere else.
Yeah, it's heaven. It's heaven. It's heaven. It's heaven. All right. Well, okay. Hey, man, we've had you here for like 45 minutes. I'm getting a friggin' we're a professional.
What is
professional
this? You got a Shannon Sharp thing going on?
Your family group chat? What's going on?
Get out of here, kids. No, but we've had you here for 45 minutes, man. Drew, unless you have more questions, I want to give you your night back. My guy, dude, thank you so much for coming on. We absolutely love you. Go ahead and plug everything. We're flirting with 1,000 people here watching, so plug what you got, man. I want to.
Sounds like me at Arizona State University. I was always flirting with about 1,000 people. Zero winnings on that though. A lot of L's. Like you don't want to hang out with an alcoholic that has a Carson Palmer signed jersey that he wears every Sunday. But not a leader of men, by the way. Fuck Carson Palmer. Either way, fuck Carson Palmer, dude. I've seen him face to face. Not a leader of men. Not a leader of men.
Well, I was going to ask if your dad had anything to do with that ad where he was just shoving the glizzy in his mouth.
No, my dad was not. My dad was gone by then, but he would have done it. He would have gone a little different than him. I don't think he was a Carson Palmer guy either. But he'd had, why don't you choke on it, Carson? Do it like your USC days, bud. Fight on.
Oh my God.
Also, Arizona State plug. Vontez Burfict is the greatest Bengal of all time.
Yep.
But
Dog.
All right. Turner Comedy. You guys got a plug down here on the bottom. Hit me up on all those social media platforms. I'm always like during the football season, we're going to be plugging a lot of different Bengal stuff.
Hell yeah.
I harass opposing fan bases with pictures of Bengal Tigers throughout the week. It's fun. So every Sunday I do that. I'll do the tailgate videos as often as they have road games. But yeah, at Turner Comedy on Instagram, at Turner Comedy on Twitter, and then at Michael Turner Comedy on YouTube is the only weird thing. But all my information, I got shirts that I'm selling on turnercomedy.com. I got tickets to shows. So come support me. I'll be back in Cincinnati soon. And if you're going to any Bengals road game this year, the night before, I'll be at somewhere in that city performing a show. If not the night before, like that weekend, either Friday or Saturday. So pull up, get these jokes. And I appreciate you boys. Hit me whenever you need me back, dude. I'm always down to talk shit.
Absolutely.
For
Hell
sure,
yeah,
man. It was
You're
a
awesome.
pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your night. And yeah, man, I'm going to see you in Cincinnati in October for sure.
Hooday. And from my family to yours, fuck the Chiefs.
Hooday. And from my family to yours, fuck the Chiefs. That guy's awesome. That guy is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. Yeah. He's cut from the same cloth we are. He's just funny.
100%. Yeah. He's
Yes.
done better at being funnier than both of us. And that's why he gets to do what he does. And we do what we do.
Hell yeah.
But big shout out to him.
Yeah.
Wedge, I just saw your comment. Should have asked him his go-to skyline order. We'll get that.
We're not
Big
good, guys.
journalism show.
Yeah, we're not good at this, guys. You got to realize that.
Well, when we have guests, like I try to get the comments, but I also don't want to like cut them off and bring up comments. So it's a weird balance. And I'm not a pro. I'm a fucking idiot.
I just fucking let them talk, man. And then eventually, if there's like a little lull, I'll go, okay, football. You know what I mean? But like, dude, sometimes they just come on here and let them talk, man. Shout out Turner there, dude. That guy's good people. Cincinnati through and through. It's great to have a guy like that on here.
There he is. Hey, if you're in the YouTube chat, I'm cutting you off because I don't care about you. If you're in the YouTube chat, he just dropped a comment. Click on his profile, go subscribe, watch his video from this past weekend. It's awesome. Never talk over me again. So yeah, if you're in the YouTube chat, make sure to click that subscribe, man. It's hilarious stuff. He's a good dude. He blessed us with some of his time for the night. So before we get up out of here, we do got to look ahead to the game. We're supposed to recap and preview the next game. Pork Chop, I shouted you out earlier. I see you in the chat. I forgot those socks in James's truck because I'm an ungrateful piece of shit. I apologize. We're gonna go into Kansas City now.
Yeah. We beat the dead horse. That was the loss to Patriots. So keep moving forward.
Yeah,
there we go.
It sucked. Who cares? Fuck it. So now I want to go into just a little bit of our keys to victory. We'll start off with Ron. What is your key to victory? I already gave it away, so just say it.
Yeah, it's making your tackles. We were like double-digit missed tackles. I get you got to shake the rust off on defense, and these are big boys. These are grown men. We're not tackling kids out there. I get it's tough, but guess what? Y'all get paid big bucks, so let's make it happen. I know Lou brought it up. It's a point of emphasis and has been a point of emphasis this week at practice, wrapping up, driving their dicks into the dirt and making sure they don't score touchdowns. So it's fixable. It was week 1. Fuck it. Forget about it. Move on. Let's plant these guys in their asses this week. Make your tackles, get in the backfield, touch the quarterback, put them in the dirt, and you're going to be successful. That is my key to victory. There's a lot that's got to go right when you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. But if you can do the little things like wrapping up and tackling, I guarantee you the other stuff's going to come a lot easier.
And this image is a perfect description of it. Stop trying to tackle these dudes high. Ramondre Stevenson had 120 rushing yards on Sunday. 118 of them were after contact. And that's not like me being dramatic. That is a factual stat.
Crazy.
Can't be having that. And that's one thing that I'm really and that's one thing that I'm really, really focused on going into this game as I cut half your head off. I'm really focused going into this game on the defense because let's make no mistake about this. Lou Anarumo built his career off tormenting the Chiefs. When Lou was a hot coaching commodity and we were afraid he was going to leave after the 2021 and 2022 seasons, it was because of his performances against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Yep. So if the offense has issues and the offense has things they have to figure out, Cool. Can the defense carry the team again, like they said they did in the playoffs? But Lou built his career. His stamp on his resume that had him as a hot head coaching commodity was confusing Pat Mahomes, was getting turnovers in big moments, and beating the Kansas City Chiefs. So we had a bad year last year, bad game Sunday. Can Lou recapture what made Lou Anarumo the mad scientist this Sunday and give us the kind of defense that we need to beat that team? I believe that he can. I believe that he will. So there's a Lou Anarumo rant for you guys. I've got keys to victory. There you go.
What is it?
I've got keys to victory, and it's going to be a little bit different this year. It's going to be on the offensive side of the ball.
Alcohol?
Take some shots. Did you say alcohol?
Like he's going to take shots before the game?
Take some shots down the field. All right. I watched the game back Monday. There were times where Burrow could have just thrown it to Chase. He had one-on-ones down the field. Let your guy make his play. I don't know if it's his timing. I don't know if it's his pocket awareness, whatever it is. Week 1, blah, blah, blah. Is he worried about the wrist? We saw the videos of him twisting it, and it's a ligament injury. That's what you do. A guy blows his knee out, comes back the next year. You see him on the stationary bike during games. He keeps his leg loose. Burrow's doing the same thing. He picked up a water bottle. Everybody's freaking out. It's in a holder on the side of the bench. You pick it up from the top, and then you grab it in the middle. That's what you do. But my key to victory is using Jamar Chase to be Jamar Chase. You give him a week to get back into things, cool, whatever. It's over with. Take shots down the field. Make them respect the deep ball. They didn't respect a deep shot last week because we didn't take them. Not a lot of them were called, but there were a couple times where they were there. Burrow didn't see it. He got happy feet, whatever. My key to victory, stretch this defense out. Make them respect Jamar Chase just blowing by a cornerback, and they have to shade a safety over the top. I know T's probably not going to be there, but Burrow can watch Chase take a safety in a corner down the field and find something else in the middle. That's fine too. But he has to let the deep ball go. They have to respect Jamar Chase taking the top off of their defense, because this damn well could turn into a shootout. This damn well could turn into, okay, 2 minutes left in the game. It's tied up, or you're down by 3, and you got to get the ball downfield fast, and you got to air it out. My key to victory, take shots down the field.
Just do it. I don't care.
Fucking do it.
I don't care if it's an incompletion. I don't want interceptions. I don't want to recklessly do it. But Joe, if you see it, chuck it up, brother. Just do it. You have the capability to throw a deep ball and have it land in a fucking tight window. Trust yourself. Trust your arm. Trust your offensive line, and let the fucking ball rip. I know you can do it. Chase is fired up.
All these cuss words.
Oh, yeah. Chase is fired up. He's going to run all over that field, and he's going to do everything short of literally passing out and dying to get open and catch the deep ball from you. Just do it. Just throw caution to the wind. Try not to throw picks, and throw the deep ball 100%. Is the play calling going to reflect that? That's my only concern. So we'll just have to see. But I don't know. Joe is smart enough to be able to move things around and get people open. Let's just fucking do it, man. Let's do it.
And to your point on tackling too, I wanted to make this, and I didn't do it in the orderly fashion that you would expect from a professional, because we are morons.
Yeah.
You don't tackle Ramondre Stevenson and a 1 yard gain turns into a 6 yard gain.
No,
right?
Bump and run.
And watching the game back, I was very critical of the defensive line last week, but when I watched the game back, I'm like, there was a lot of missed tackles in the back seven. Logan Wilson was an animal on Sunday, played his ass off. Other than that, Dax Hill, Michigan man, missed some tackles that we can't have. But you do that against the Chiefs, and you miss that tackle at the line of scrimmage or a yard in front of the line of scrimmage, and you miss that tackle against an Isaiah Pacheco who runs like a Tasmanian devil on cocaine. Yep. That could turn into a 40-yard game. Xavier Worthy, if you get Xavier Worthy loose and you miss that tackle at the line of scrimmage and he puts that move on you, he's fast as shit. That can turn into a 60-yard touchdown.
Good.
There's a lot of stuff with this team that's different. A good offense last week probably puts up 30 points on the Bengals, if we're just being completely honest.
Oh, okay.
That was a bad offense that we played. They stunk.
Yeah.
We still should have won the game, could have won the game. They stink. You do those things against an offense like the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to put 30-some points on your head, and you're going to be in a different kind of shootout than you ever thought you were going to be in after playing the Patriots week 1. Like, the Bengals 100%. Know this team. Zach said it in his presser. We play them almost as much as we've played division opponents over the last few years. They know them. They know us. Everybody knows what their offenses are basically built on. And
Exactly.
there is a video clip. What do you make of Cam Taylor-Britt's comments about Xavier Worthy? I'm going to show them to the people, and then we can talk about it because I thought this was interesting.
What does Xavier Worthy bring to this KC offense that you guys need to be prepared for?
Speed. That's about it. He can run straight, run jet sweeps, and just run straight. He can't do too much else, so that's about it. Feel like you put your hands on him. He's only 100-some pounds, so if you put hands on him, you'll stop the speed. So basically, get hands on him.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. I
Talk
don't
your
like
shit a little bit.
Yeah, I'm never been a fan of Burrowhead. Got it. I think that was a step too far. But other than that, what do you want these guys to do? Just sit there and be like, yes, they are a very talented team, and so are we. And I hope we play a fair game of football and nobody's hurt. No, fuck that. Run your mouth, talk your shit, win or lose, and own it, man. Because if you win, guess what? Talk more shit. If you lose, guess what? You talk shit and loss. It is what it is, man. That is what competition is, dude. Competition breeds competition. Let's go. Smack him in the mouth and talk about it. I love it. I'm all about it.
Well, he's also not wrong.
No, he's not.
You saw the video of Xavier Worthy when he was like first coming into camp. He looked like he was on a fucking ping pong table and they were just bouncing him around because they were getting physical with him. They were pressing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, if you let Cam Taylor-Britt get a consistent press on Worthy, it's over with. Now, people educated me. I'm an idiot. I tweet things before I think about them sometimes. We all know that. It's probably not going to be as much Cam Taylor-Britt on him. He's probably going to match up with Rashee Rice most of the game. But you got a Dax Hill and you've got a DJ Turner. Dax Hill is a former safety. Dax Hill is also a very physical football player. If Dax Hill can jam him at the line and you can consistently get into his pads in that 5-yard window that you have when the ball snapped and knock him off his game, see how he responds to that because he's a rookie. He's a smaller dude. Hit him. I got honest truth. I hope our corners are lined up on him and they go at him like they're blocking, like they're about to, like they're pulling, like a pulling guard that just puts their hands in somebody's chest and press.
Yeah. Yep.
Now don't get beat on that press because if you lose on that press, he's going to take off down the damn sideline. You've got to press him and you've got to win.
Yeah, I think all Cam Taylor-Britt there was run up his mouth a tiny bit and then say this is the key to stopping him. Talk your shit, man. I don't care. I'm all for it. I mean, don't go too crazy. Jamar brought up a good point. He's like, hey, look, I've learned. I'm going to let my play talk. Got it. All right, you do you. But, dude, have fun. It's about competing. These guys go out there. They compete. They give their all. Yes, they're upset when they lose, but guess what? They turn the switch on and they're ready for next week. It's the fans that let all this crap talk and the media that let all this shit talk float and linger and the fans go back and forth. Oh, your guy said this and then you lost. That's us, bro. Let the players do what they want to do. I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Chop makes a great point. DJ Turner can run with Xavier Worthy. DJ Turner is a very, very fast human being. 4.26 at the combine, I want to say, when he came out as a rookie. So, yeah, man, he can run with him. He's a guy that can match up with him. I think that you can find a way to get him off of his game. And Michael just said, Chase already talked his shit and you can't take it back. No one forgets. Yeah. Chase permanently has talked shit about the Chiefs. He said when they asked about Pat Mahomes, he thought he was going to be the number one player in the top 100 this year. And he's like, I'm not even going to say his name. Jamar Chase fucking hates this team. I love that Jamar Chase hates this team. I love that maybe that it's week 2 because it's locked in. Somebody said I need toxic Jamar back. And that's what we need. I need toxic Jamar Chase on the field Sunday to be exactly what this team needs him to be. Now we're getting to the hour mark. Thursday night football is getting ready to come on. I got a plus $1,500, not $100, a plus 1,500 parlay out there. I'm trying to win like $400 on. So I got to lock in. You know what we got to do though?
Yep. Sorry.
Yes, sir. We got to do score predictions. Sunday, 4:25 CBS. Get ready for Tony Romo to have an orgasm every time Patrick Mahomes throws a screen pass. Score prediction.
You go first. I just made a face. You go first. Oh,
I missed that. I was looking up thinking. 31-28 Bengals. It's a shootout. We win on a walk-off Money Mac field goal. 31 28 Bengals. I made my prediction last week, had to make a video making fun of myself because it took off on Instagram. Apparently people started to follow me on Instagram now because everybody saw me be a fucking idiot and be wrong. Yeah, woke up to like 75 comments from the same person talking about me and the city I live in, and they were under a fake account. So if you're watching this and you see me at Kroger, please identify yourself. 31-28 Bengals. Hopefully I don't look like a dumbass after this video. You're up.
27-21. I think it's going to be a close one, a shootout. I don't know that anybody's breaking 30. I think both defenses are going to come here and just beat the crap out of each other. I think we're going to keep Travis Kelce controlled across the middle, and I think that we are going to win by a touchdown. I think it might come down to a field goal. It usually does. But the optimist in me says that we are going to win by a full touchdown, and I think we're going to do it.
Great comment from 17th Son. Glad to finally meet you in person
Awesome
at
guy.
the Troll Club, and got to see you on Sunday before the game. Really glad we finally got to meet in person. Awesome dude. Toxic Chase, make Mulligan's worthless to outcome for Mulligan Mahomes because you know they be getting plays over. They get 5 downs sometimes. It's just the way it works. They don't call the formation penalties on them, but they called them on Baltimore. You know how that stuff goes.
Oh, yeah.
BJ is a dog. Oh, I don't know, Jim. I don't know.
I don't know, Jim. Pat looks handsome tonight. He's really cute. My God.
Tony needs to change his shorts, Jim.
We love you guys. We're at the hour mark. Big Play Cincy. Brought to you by God's Nectar Garage Beer. Let's go Hootie, baby.
Maybe just gave myself